This is breaking news.
Newly released documents say the driver accused of killing a Jefferson Parish deputy had 11 different prescription drugs in her system. Good evening, I'm John Snell.
And I'm Meg Gatto. Gabby Killett reports the documents also break down how the deadly crash happened.
Well, Meg, John, court records indicate drugs like Klonopin and amphetamines were found in Erica Smith Katsanis' system. And according to the arrest affidavit we obtained, many of the drugs contained warnings about driving while taking them. Now, Deputy Christopher Ohlmeyer was killed January 30th while escorting a funeral procession. The arrest affidavit says Smith Katsanis slammed into his motorcycle without braking after she switched from one lane of traffic to another. The affidavit says Smith Katsanis traveled 300 feet, nearly the length of a football field, before coming to a stop. Police officers said Smith Katsanis had slurred speech after the incident, and she said she didn't see anything in front of her before the crash. A blood test confirmed the presence of 11 different drugs in her system. Her attorney, Brian Capitelli, made a brief statement out of the courthouse about an hour ago.
On behalf of my client, I just want to express my extreme sorrow to the Ohlmeyer family and JPSO, and that's all I have to say right now.
Capitelli says she has a prescription for each of the drugs allegedly found in her system. Prosecutors say that doesn't matter. Smith Katsanis' bond was set at $200,000. John.